His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the Prime Minister of Pakistan Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif at Safriya Palace on the occasion of his official visit to the Kingdom of Bahrain. During the meeting, the Prime Minister of Pakistan conveyed greetings from the President of Pakistan, Asif Ali Zardari, and his wishes for Bahrain's continued progress and prosperity under the leadership of His Majesty the King. His Majesty the King welcomed the Prime Minister and asked him to convey his greetings and best wishes to President Zardari and his wishes of further prosperity and development to the people of Pakistan. His Majesty expressed the kingdom's pride in its long-standing historical ties with Pakistan, noting their continuous growth across all levels, and commended the Prime Minister's efforts in strengthening relations between the two countries in all sectors. His Majesty the King emphasized Bahrain's support for Pakistan's security and stability, commended its management of internal and sovereign affairs, and expressed his appreciation for Pakistan's support of Bahrain's bid for a seat on the United Nations Security Council. His Majesty commended Pakistan's principled stances towards Bahrain, highlighting the strong ties between the two countries, its key role in supporting Arab and Islamic causes, and its contributions to regional and global peace and stability. The meeting also covered regional and international developments of mutual interest, with both sides affirming the importance of supporting efforts to maintain stability and consolidate peace in the region and the world. In recognition of the Prime Minister's efforts in developing relations between the two countries, His Majesty awarded him the Order of Bahrain First Class. For his part, the Prime Minister of Pakistan expressed his gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty for the warm hospitality and reception, commending His Majesty's dedication to advancing bilateral relations and strengthening the ties between the two countries. He emphasized Pakistan's commitment to enhancing cooperation with Bahrain across all sectors. His Majesty the King hosted a lunch banquet in honor of the Prime Minister of Pakistan and his accompanying delegation. Bahraini-Pakistani relations have a long history spanning more than 5 decades of cooperation in all fields. These strong relations have been reinforced by mutual visits between leaders and officials of the two brotherly countries, bringing them to an advanced stage. More in this report.
Bahraini-Pakistani relations, which date back more than 5 decades, are witnessing remarkable development, reinforced by high-level mutual visits between leaders and officials of the two countries, confirming Manama and Islamabad's keenness to expand areas of bilateral cooperation. On the political front, the two countries continue to coordinate on regional and international issues, affirming the importance of enhancing security and stability in the Gulf region and South Asia. Pakistan continues to support Bahrain's position in international forums, while Bahrain affirms its appreciation for Pakistan's role in maintaining regional security. In the defense field, the two sides continue to strengthen security cooperation through joint exercises and experience-sharing programs, affirming their commitment to combating terrorism and protecting regional navigation. Cooperation between the two countries extends to many other areas, while official indicators confirm the relations between the two countries are moving towards a more comprehensive partnership that reflects a shared desire to strengthen cooperation in the interests of both peoples and to enhance stability and development in the region. These strong relations are constantly evolving and are being translated into practical steps towards a more comprehensive partnership that reflects the two countries' keenness to build a future based on common interests, stability, and sustainable development.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, upon his arrival in Bahrain for an official visit. The official visit reflects the strong and long-standing ties between the two countries, which continue to advance across sectors, driven by a mutual commitment to advancing cooperation in ways that achieve common aspirations. The Pakistani Prime Minister was also received by the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani, Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, along with several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Prime Minister of Pakistan Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif at Qudaybiya Palace. The meeting took place as part of the Pakistani Prime Minister's official visit to Bahrain. His Royal Highness highlighted the long-standing Bahrain-Pakistan relations underpinned by a rich history of partnership, strong people-to-people links and multi-sectoral collaboration. His Royal Highness emphasized the mutual commitment between the two countries to advance cooperation across various sectors in line with the visions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness highlighted that the shared cooperation and thriving partnership between Bahrain and Pakistan reflects the strength of the relations between the two countries. His Royal Highness outlined the importance of further enhancing relations to meet shared aspirations. His Royal Highness also commended the vital role of Bahrain's Pakistani community's contributions in advancing the kingdom's development. An official reception ceremony was held for the Pakistani Prime Minister, during which the Bahraini and Pakistani national anthems were played.
حرس الشرف سلام جمهورية باكستان الإسلامية وسلام مملكة البحرين. سلام. قف. حرس الشرف كتفان. سلاح.
During the meeting, His Royal Highness commended Pakistan's support for Bahrain's candidacy as a member of the United Nations Security Council. His Royal Highness emphasized Bahrain's prominent role alongside allied countries in safeguarding global security and stability, as well as Pakistan's support for Arab and Islamic causes. The latest regional and international developments, as well as issues of common interest, were also discussed. During talks with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, His Royal Highness discussed opportunities to advance cooperation to meet shared aspirations. Several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the Auditor General of the National Audit Office (NAO), Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Khalifa at Ghdibiyya Palace. During the meeting, the Auditor General of NAO presented His Royal Highness with the 22nd NAO Annual Report for 2024-2025. His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of the NAO's ongoing efforts towards ensuring the efficient management of public resources, which play an essential role in supporting the kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness reiterated the kingdom's commitment to enhancing oversight across government operations, stressing that robust administrative governance is critical to the effective implementation of plans and programs and ensures the utilization of national resources. His Royal Highness also commended the continued efforts made to implement the report's recommendations, praising the NAO's efficiency in carrying out its responsibilities. His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of thoroughly reviewing and analyzing the outcomes concerning government agencies and ensuring that the necessary legal and administrative measures are effectively implemented in response to the NAO's report. His Royal Highness highlighted that all relevant authorities must ensure that they address the issues and implement the outcomes. His Royal Highness commended the dedication of Team Bahrain across all sectors and expressed his appreciation for their contributions to advancing the kingdom's competitiveness and achieving its developmental goals. For his part, Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed affirmed that the NAO's progress since its establishment reflects the continuous support of His Majesty and the directives of His Royal Highness. He noted that 104 oversight tasks were completed during the reporting period, resulting in 84 issued reports, in addition to 104 follow-up reports to verify the implementation of previous recommendations. The NAO's issued approximately 1,224 recommendations during the year. The NAO Auditor General added that in the 2024-2025 fiscal year, follow-up efforts confirmed that audited entities had implemented or begun implementing 84.9% of the recommendations included in previous reports. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued Annex 71 of the year 2025 regarding the specification of commercial activities that may be licensed for companies with foreign capital, based on a proposal by the Minister of Industry and Commerce and following the approval of the Cabinet. The victorious golf team, led by the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, won first place in the Pro-Am tournament as part of the King Hamad Trophy, organized by the Bahrain Golf Association for the 17th consecutive year at the Royal Golf Club. The victorious team, consisting of His Highness Sheikh Nasser, Luke Joy, Philip Claw, and Sufyan Tudawi, deservedly won first place with a total of 107 points. His Highness affirmed that the King Hamad Trophy has become one of the most prominent tournaments in the region and the world, attracting the participation of elite professionals and amateur players, confirming the kingdom's position in hosting international sporting events and contributes to enhancing and developing golf. His Highness added that Victoria's first place victory was the result of joint efforts and teamwork, wishing the team continued success and praising the competition and high sportsmanship witnessed during the tournament. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended the 2025 annual ceremony of the Trust held under his patronage. His Highness emphasized the crucial role of education as the cornerstone of social progress and development, reaffirming Bahrain's commitment to upskilling its citizens to ensure continued advancement. His Highness underscored the importance of upholding the values of science and philanthropy, which are vital to the kingdom's progress and essential for securing a better future for generations to come. This aligns with the comprehensive development vision led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Highness noted that the trust was established to commemorate the late Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa, a symbol of generosity dedicated to enhancing Bahrain through educational opportunities. His Highness reflected on the trust's significant contributions over the past decade in supporting Bahrain's educational sector and its mission to provide quality opportunities for future generations. His Highness highlighted the notable achievements of the Trust's scholarship beneficiaries, which demonstrate the profound impact of investing in human capital and the competence of Bahrain's youth across various sectors. He reiterated the importance of expanding the Trust's initiatives to further enhance educational and professional pathways for students. He placed a special message in a time capsule outlining his vision for the education sector and the evolving role of the Trust over the next 25 years. This message will be opened in 2050. The event included a photo exhibition showcasing the timeline of educational development during the era of the late Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa, as well as the Trust's milestones in supporting Bahrainis. The ceremony also honors strategic and diamond-tiered partners who have supported the Trust, alongside the announcement of training awards for outstanding graduates as part of the Marsa program aimed at developing members and preparing students for the labor market. Notable recipients of these awards included Malik Ahmed Habib, Salah Mahdi Kazim, and Shog Salah Al Bastagi. Scholarship recipients and honorees expressed their gratitude for His Highness's patronage and support, which empower Bahrainis through quality education opportunities, enabling them to contribute meaningfully to Bahrain's development. The event was attended by several senior officials, reflecting a unified commitment to fostering educational excellence in Bahrain. As part of the official visit of the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, to Bahrain, the Deputy Prime Minister, Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, held a reception in honor of the Pakistani Prime Minister, which was attended by a number of businessmen from both countries. The Pakistani Prime Minister was greeted by the Deputy Premier, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and a number of ministers and senior officials. The Deputy Premier welcomed the Pakistani Prime Minister, affirming that this visit represents an important milestone in the cooperation between the two brotherly countries. He noted the steady growth in economic relations between Bahrain and Pakistan has turned cooperation into a partnership based on mutual investment opportunities, particularly in the financial, digital and industrial sectors, benefiting from the advanced economic environment provided by Bahrain and the elements enjoyed by the economies of both countries. The Deputy Premier praised the important role played by Pakistani companies in operating in Bahrain and their effective contribution to diversifying the national economy. He expressed Bahrain's keenness to continue working with Pakistan to explore additional areas that support the visions of both countries and provide the private sector on both sides with greater opportunities to engage in joint projects that enhance economic cooperation.
It is our great pleasure to welcome you to Bahrain Bay, one of the kingdom's most vibrant and iconic destinations. We look forward to an engaging program ahead, and with that, it is my honor to invite His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, to say a few words.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellency Prime Minister Sharif, Your Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Deputy Prime Minister, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is an honor to welcome you to the Bahrain Economic Development Board, established based on the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and chaired by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Mr. Prime Minister, your presence today reaffirms a relationship rooted in history, built on centuries of friendship, and carried forward by a community whose contributions continue to enrich both nations. Generations of Pakistanis have played a vital role in Bahrain's growth, and today many have made the kingdom their second home. Pakistani financial institutions, Habib Bank, United Bank Limited, and the National Bank of Pakistan have been important contributors to our financial sector for over half a century, helping build the diversified economy we see today, with non-oil sectors contributing over 85% of Bahrain's GDP. Over time, our partnership has evolved beyond traditional cooperation into a relationship defined by shared ambition and a forward-looking vision. The Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement, signed a decade ago, laid the groundwork for this transition, giving investors the confidence to look further ahead and to aim higher. Since then, the trajectory has been unmistakable. In the past 6 years, Pakistani FDI into Bahrain has risen by more than 70%. Since 2020, bilateral trade has exceeded $1.5 billion US. And more than 9,400 companies with Pakistani partners now operate in Bahrain, each contributing to the momentum of a truly remarkable economic story. Earlier this year, the first Pakistan-Bahrain Investment Summit revealed something important, that our economic relationship is no longer defined by commerce, but by possibility. The possibility to create, innovate, and shape new sectors together. Mr. Prime Minister, distinguished guests, across the Gulf Cooperation Council, we are witnessing a generational transformation. The region is becoming a center of innovation, sustainability, and technological excellence. The Kingdom of Bahrain is proud to play a leading role in this transformation, building an ecosystem where creativity, enterprise, and bold ideas become the foundation for future prosperity. In financial services, Bahrain's forward-looking regulatory environment, skilled talent base, and thriving fintech landscape provide an ideal platform for Pakistani banks and innovators to expand their regional and global reach. In digital technology, Bahrain's cloud-first strategy, high-capacity subsea cables, and expanding digital infrastructure are positioning the kingdom as a regional center for data and connectivity. This opens powerful opportunities for firms from Pakistan in software engineering, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and next-generation digital services. In manufacturing, Bahrain's competitive industrial base, Industry 4.0 readiness, and access to regional markets create a fertile environment for joint ventures in metals, automotive components, electronics, and advanced technologies. As Bahrain advances Vision 2030 and lays the foundations for Vision 2050, we see Pakistan as a partner of a shared economic future, a future defined by resilience, innovation, and inclusive prosperity. Our ambition is clear: to build a partnership capable of creating new industries, empowering our people, accelerating technological progress, and strengthening our role as contributors to regional and global prosperity. We honor the achievements that have brought us here. We celebrate the progress we are making today. But above all, we look to the future, a future we have the opportunity to shape together. Prime Minister Sharif, thank you for honoring us with your visit. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Let me express my profound gratitude for the gracious and very warm welcome extended to my delegation, and ever since we have landed from our home to our home, Bahrain, we have thoroughly enjoyed the hospitality of our Bahraini brothers, particularly His Majesty the King, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince of Bahrain. I would say that I would carry these great memories back to Pakistan, and this wonderful welcome extended to us will remain in our memories for all times to come. I am extremely grateful to His Majesty and to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister for their unwavering commitment towards Pakistan. And today our meetings have been extremely productive in an atmosphere which was like a family. Pakistan GCC FTA that has been nearly finalized and is expected to be signed soon. This will enhance trade between Pakistan and the GCC countries, particularly with Bahrain.
Afterwards, the Deputy Premier accompanied the Pakistan Prime Minister to learn about the advantages and investment opportunities, the business environment in Bahrain, major development projects, the role played by the Economic Development Board in promoting investment in various vital sectors, the services it provides to investors, and the efforts made by Bahrain to diversify its economic base. The ceremony included direct meetings between businessmen from both sides, during which they reviewed available investment areas, discussed future cooperation opportunities, and explored ways to build bilateral relations and advancing the economic partnership. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa delegated the Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa to attend a reception hosted by the UAE Embassy in Bahrain, marking the 54th UAE National Day upon arrival. The Deputy Premier was received by the UAE's Ambassador to Bahrain, Fahad Mohammed Al Amri. Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah conveyed the congratulations and best wishes of His Royal Highness to the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and Ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and UAE Vice President, Deputy Premier and Chief of the Presidential Court, His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He affirmed that Bahrain's annual celebration of the occasion reflects the strong bonds between the two brotherly people under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the UAE President. He also noted the advanced level of Bahraini-Emirati relations, which embodies the shared vision of both leaderships. He pointed out that the achievement of the two countries demonstrate that their relationship constitutes a comprehensive system of joint action. The Deputy Premier noted that the recent visit of the UAE President to Bahrain strengthened bilateral relations, adding that it was important milestones that strengthened coordination between the two sides. The Deputy Premier explained that this occasion reflects the solidarity and cohesion upon which the UAE's journey has been based since its founding, leading to its current comprehensive development. He praised the UAE's leading role in promoting regional and international peace and stability through its diplomatic initiatives and effective efforts, as well as its pioneering humanitarian and developmental contributions on a global scale. The Deputy Premier noted Bahrain's honor in hosting the 46th GCC summit shared by His Majesty the King. He welcomed the participation of the UAE in the summit, recognizing its presence and influential role as a cornerstone of the joint Gulf Action System. He expresses gratitude to the ambassadors of both countries for their active role in strengthening communication and supporting joint initiatives. The ambassador praised the deep-rooted fraternal relations that unite the two brotherly countries and the support they receive from the UAE President and His Majesty the King, affirming their shared commitment to strengthening coordination and cooperation in various fields. under the patronage of Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, the STW, Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, and in the presence of STW member Her Highness Sheikha Hissa bint Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Bahraini woman in the judicial and legal fields Excellence, Creativity and Innovation Forum was held. The Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Judicial Council, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, delivered a speech in which he praised the advanced presence of Bahraini women in the judicial and legal fields as an extension of the royal vision of making justice and the rule of law a pillar of national development. He also praised the pivotal role of the STW in empowering Bahraini women. For his part, Attorney General Dr. Ali Al Muaynin expresses appreciation to Her Royal Highness for her patronage, affirming that it reflects the royal confidence in the role of women in building their country and embodies the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who has made justice and equality a fundamental pillar of the national reform process and women's participation an integral factor in building the nation. The STW Secretary General Lulu Al-Awali also delivered a speech in which she affirmed the importance of this unique forum held on the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day. She expressed thanks and appreciation to all who support the Council's efforts and the public prosecution for its initiative.
I'm delighted to attend this event. It is held as part of the national celebrations of Bahraini Women's Day. The event was well organized and covered many important topics. It highlighted women's achievements in the judicial and legal sector. It also showcased women's role in supporting digital transformation within the justice system.
The President of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, the STIA, Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Khalifa, received the Secretary General of the Muslim Council of Elders, the MCE, Mohammed Abdul Salam. The meeting reviewed the outcomes of the Inter-Islamic Dialogue Conference hosted by Bahrain last February and the progress made in implementing its recommendations. The two sides also discussed preparations for the second edition of the conference scheduled to be held in Cairo in the first quarter of next year, underscoring their commitment to strengthening cooperation and building on previous achievements. Abdul Salam commended the work of the STIA in strengthening partnerships with Al-Azhar and MCE to promote moderation, coexistence and peace globally. The Minister of Housing and Urban Planning, Amna Rumehi, participated in Cityscape Bahrain, where the ministry participated in a joint pavilion with the Scan Bank. She affirmed that the royal directives to accelerate the provisions of 50,000 housing units is an important turning point in the course of housing work and reflects the keenness to provide decent living conditions for citizens as a pillar of development work in Bahrain. The minister noted that the ministry is working to accelerate the implementation of projects, expanding its partnership base with the private sector and developing multiple financing solutions. She added that over the past few years, Bahrain has gained advanced experience in housing by transitioning from traditional models to more flexible ones that are more responsive to economic and demographic changes. She noted that the transformation included developing legislations and regulations, strengthening partnership with the private sector, updating financial programs, updating or upgrading sustainable housing cities, and fully digitalizing services which improve the efficiency of the housing system and reduce the gap between supply and demand. Rumehi noted that the partnership with the private sector reduced waiting lists and injected approximately 1.9 billion dinars into the national economy, in addition to indirect effects on many sectors related to real estate, construction and retail. The minister explained that the launch of new financing programs in 2022, most notably Tasheel and the new version of Mazaya, enabled citizens to obtain immediate and flexible solutions in cooperation with commercial banks. The minister noted the success of the government land rights development program as well as the private land rights program in cooperation with real estate developers. She emphasized that these initiatives accelerate citizens' access to adequate housing and promote urban and economic integration. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, participated in the 55th session of the Council of Arab Information Ministers held at the headquarters of the Arab League General Secretariat in Cairo. The Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait, Ministers of Information, members of the Council of Arab Information Ministers and heads of delegations from Arab countries were present. Dr. Naimi conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King and His Majesty's wishes for the success of the session, which will strengthen the position of the Arab media. He also conveyed the appreciation of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prince and Prime Minister for the efforts made by Arab ministers and officials in supporting joint media work, preserving its achievements and developing its tools in line with emerging changes. Dr. Naimi emphasized that Bahrain's assumption of the presidency of the 54th session of the Council and its hosting of the previous session's proceedings on its soil represented a high responsibility that was valued by the kingdom, reflecting its approach based on the wise vision of His Majesty the King regarding the importance of supporting joint Arab action and strengthening the path of integration and solidarity among Arab countries. On the sidelines of the meeting, the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, met with the Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait. The Minister expressed his appreciation for the continuous support provided by the Secretary General to the Council of Arab Information Ministers during Bahrain's presidency of the previous session of the Council. He also expressed his thanks and gratitude to the Arab League General Secretariat for its cooperation and commitment to improving Arab media performance and developing its mechanisms. The Minister further commended the pivotal role of the Arab League in supporting the joint Arab action, praising the Secretary General's ongoing support and efforts and strengthening its integration and coordination among member states. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, chaired the periodic meeting of the Committee for Youth Empowerment in the Public and Private Sectors. She affirmed that empowering youth and investing in their potential is a fundamental pillar of Bahrain's comprehensive development process. The Minister affirmed that Bahrain places youth at the heart of its national priorities. Tawfiqi emphasized the importance of establishing a comprehensive and clear path for youth empowerment across various sectors, calling on all sectors to continue working to provide a stimulating environment for Bahraini youth to develop and grow. She also pointed to the necessity of launching more initiatives that give young people a greater platform to present their ideas and solutions and work towards transforming them into viable projects. The meeting followed up on the implementation of committee decisions and reviewed the experiences of the recently launched youth committees in the public and private sectors. The meeting reviewed the El Zayani investment support model for the Youth City 2030 project as a successful model for partnership with the private sector, along with a presentation of the database of talented individuals and the inspiring success stories it offers. Under the patronage of Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, the wife of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Deputy Chairwoman of the Board of Trustees of the Al Khalifa Foundation and Chairwoman of the Royal Rescue Foundation, Her Highness Sheikh Naila bint Hamad bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, attended the Bahrain Trust Foundation 50th anniversary celebration on International Volunteer Day. Her Highness expressed her appreciation for the patronage of Her Royal Highness, which embodies her support for development and charitable initiatives and institutions to continue their noble mission of serving the community and promoting sustainable humanitarian work. The Minister of Social Development, Osama Al-Alawi, delivered a speech in which he noted that this celebration coincides with International Volunteer Day, reflecting appreciation for the efforts of all volunteers. Under the patronage of Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, the Children and Mothers Welfare Society, in cooperation with Bahrain Gallery, inaugurated the art exhibition held on the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day. The opening was attended by the wife of the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairperson of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Her Highness Sheikh Jawahar bint Abdullah bin Isa Al Khalifa. The exhibition was organized to celebrate the artistic journey of a select group of Bahraini female artists. It featured a collection of artwork highlighting the journey and achievements of Bahraini women. Her Highness praised the support and guidance of Her Royal Highness in holding such events that reflect the pioneering role of women in society and embody their active participation in cultural and artistic work in Bahrain. She expressed her pride in the high quality of the artworks participating in the exhibition. The Institute of Public Administration, IPA, organized a dialogue session attended by the IPA Director General, Dr. Sheikh Rana bint Isa Al Khalifa, and the CEO of the National Communication Center, NCC, Ahmed Al Arifi, with members of the 36th batch of Executive Leadership Program Qiyadat. The IPA Director General emphasized that enhancing the effectiveness of government performance requires the adoption of the best practices and the exchange of experiences among national leaders, which supports institutional integration and achieves the objectives of the National Leadership Development Program. The NCC CEO affirmed that establishing an effective government discourse requires sustainable investment in the development of communication sector employees. The UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, received a written letter from His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa extending an invitation to participate in the 46th GCC summit to be hosted by Bahrain in December. His Highness the President of the UAE received the letter from Bahrain's ambassador to the UAE, Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, who conveyed His Majesty's greetings and best wishes to the UAE and its people. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed expressed his appreciation to His Majesty the King, commending the strong relations and ongoing cooperation between the two countries and wishing Bahrain continued progress and prosperity. The Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdurrahman bin Jassim Al Thani, received a written letter sent by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to the Emir of Qatar, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, inviting His Highness to participate in the 46th GCC summit to be hosted by Bahrain in December. The letter was received by the Prime Minister of Qatar during a meeting of Bahrain's ambassador to Qatar, Mohammed bin Ali Al Ghatam, who conveyed His Majesty's greetings and best wishes to His Highness the Emir and to the people of Qatar for continued progress and prosperity. The Prime Minister of Qatar requested the ambassador to convey his greetings and appreciation to His Majesty the King, along with his best wishes for Bahrain's continued development and prosperity. Industrial cooperation among the GCC is undergoing rapid development, reflecting a clear desire among Gulf states to build a joint industry that is more competitive globally. More in this report.
Industrial cooperation among GCC countries is a key pillar of Gulf economic integration, as current efforts reflect a strategic approach towards building a unified industrial sector capable of competing in a global system whose economic and industrial rules are constantly changing. This approach is based on a system of unified policies and legislation that creates a harmonious production environment and enhances the ability of the Gulf industry to support growth, diversify sources of income, and achieve greater sustainability. GCC countries are working to harmonize their industrial policies by unifying regulations and distributing industrial activities according to each country's comparative advantages, while supporting complementary industries and developing Gulf value chains. This was achieved in line with the principles established by the 2001 Economic Agreement, which formed the most comprehensive framework for organizing joint industrial efforts. Over the past few years, these approaches have resulted in a series of important achievements adopted by the Industrial Cooperation Committee, including the adoption of unified industrial regulations, the launch of the Gulf Industrial Development Strategy, and the launch of the Future Factories Program Initiative, as well as the approval of unified rules to support national products, the activation of the anti-dumping law, and the organization of Gulf industrial exhibitions. Today, a number of joint projects are moving forward, which reflects the GCC's commitment in this industry. These include coming up with a standard definition for national products, figuring out which goods should get collective protection, setting up an industrial innovation center, and another focused on the fourth industrial revolution. In addition to working on a Gulf platform for industry, increasing the efficiency of intra-regional trade, developing joint industrial investment plans, and expanding the adoption of circular economy practices. With these initiatives, the goal remains clear, which is to consolidate the position of the GCC as a rising industrial power on the global stage, and to build a Gulf industrial sector capable of keeping pace with changes and investing in opportunities within a vision that extends to 2030.